You are better than what you have shown. You are capable of so much more. Today, make a commitment. Make a commitment to yourself and God to live better, to live more holy and more righteous and with more integrity. You see, you can do this. You can do this because you were born for greatness. You were born to lead, to truly be the head and not the tail. So don't let the pain of this world destroy you. No. Rather through the love of Christ and your own obedience and dedication, let it be a ladder that you now use to climb to greater things, because this here is only a momentary pit. It is only a single instance in time. The life you desire shall be granted to you. The love you desire shall be yours in purity and in wholeness, because you are special. Growing up, I'd always struggled with anxiety and depression anyway. You know, I had this, I didn't know what it was. I just thought I was different growing up. You know, I just thought that I was introverted. I am an introvert, but at the same time, I thought that's all it was. I didn't know that there was something wrong. And we didn't really talk about depression and things like that in my family. Most African American communities do not talk about depression. Let's just be real. You know, if a kid is depressed, a lot of times they say snap out of it, or they just need some friends to play with. You know, they don't really understand, particularly in a kid. So I didn't know what was wrong. I just knew that I was different. I knew something wasn't right in the way I thought about myself. Like, I didn't understand why I would try things like eating matches, wondering if I would, you know, blow up, try to, you know, playing with fire. Just as I got older, it became things like when I could drive, like floor my car to see how fast I could go in the rain, and then let go of the steering wheel. Just weird things like that that sometimes manifest in depression. There's this anger, there's this volatile nature to see how far you can push the limits of death because you think you want to die. I remember, like I said, at this point, I'm 6 figures in debt, and I remember thinking I had failed. Keep in mind, I don't know why I thought I failed. I mean, I don't know how many people have 2 degrees. I don't know how many people can at least say they've acquired money, whether I lost it or not, acquired houses, whether I lost it or not, traveled, whether I stayed in those places or not. But in my mind, I had failed. I had failed because I was supposed to be the image of the girl who made it. You know, people in the neighborhood used to call me their smart ghetto girl. So I was supposed to be that symbol of hope to everybody who had gotten out. How could I explain to them that I failed? I mean, at the end of the day, I failed, right? And I couldn't take it anymore. And I was like, you know, Lord, I'm sorry. I tried to do what you wanted me to do. I tried to be that person. I tried to be the best I could for my family. And you know, it's interesting, when you are really struggling with suicide, people always say, well, what about your mom or your husband or your kids? Weren't they there for you? Well, yeah, they were. But in that instance, they don't matter. People don't understand that. They don't matter. You don't matter. What matters is I'm hurting. I can't get out of this. There's this box around me. There's this thick cloud. I'm trying to breathe. I can't breathe. And these walls, you know, they won't open. You know, they just won't open. And so I was standing at the sink and I started taking pills. You feel the pain is all your own. Man can't understand, forgive, or even look you in the eye. But don't you dare quit now. God has not left you alone. Look upward, and in victory, death defy. Seems you failed at every turn and every chance that you've been given. And now you feel all alone and solitary, your life an emotional or physical prison. And it's as if the sentence will last for an eternity, but God in His love says, not so. You see, I have grace and my mercy will set you free. So just hold on to me. Don't let go. Hold on. Take it by each instance, because the hour is just too long. Don't you dare quit now. Look to God for your strength. When you are weakest, He will be strong. Because over the horizon, that is a new day. Hold on. Live long enough to see it. There's a promise and a hope within the next second, if you just keep breathing long enough to receive it. So I'm standing at the sink taking these pills, and I hear this voice say, stop it. That's enough. And I'm thinking, I'm looking around like, I said I'm depressed. I didn't say I was crazy. I'm not crazy, I'm depressed. And I hear it again. It says, stop it, that's enough. I asked God to give me the ability to write again, and I asked Him, okay, just let me write 100 poems. I mean, that was a random number. I don't know why it was just random, because that was how He communicated to me when I was younger, and I wanted to know that this was Him really guiding me. So I said, just give me 100 poems, and out of that came Self-Pledge, which is one of the poems. I call Self-Pledge my rededication poem, because it was the poem that I wrote that says, okay, Lord, I acknowledge you. I know that I'm better than everything I've shown at this point, and I accept the charge that you've given me. And God was so faithful that he not only gave me 100, he gave me over 120 poems. And he also gave me the book, Reflections of My Thoughts. And that is my journey through poetry. You know, through poetry, I talk about those challenges I faced with suicide and depression, but I also talk about the deliverance I found in Christ and what he's doing in my life now, and which is why I'm here. Breathe in love and patience, clarity, hope, gentleness, forgiveness, kindness. Breathe in life.